Tips to save money. Some practical and easy steps. Number one, track your expenses. If you don't know where it's going, it's going to be pretty hard to save it. So have a little notepad, write down your expenses, do it for a month. See where your expenses are going. Go through your credit card statements if you have things auto charging onto that. If you use your credit card a lot to get points, that's great, as long as you pay it off in full every month. But track it. Track your utility usage, track your food, your fuel, everything you lump under miscellaneous or your slush fund. Track it all. It'll be probably pretty scary and very illuminating to see where all your money's going. Groceries. Shop for sales. Switch to a cheaper store. Here where I am, generally, sometimes you can find good deals, but generally Safeway, Co-op, things like that, those places are more expensive than your superstores and Walmarts. Sometimes you can get the exact same product for a lot cheaper at other stores. Switch to generic brands. The great value brand at Walmart or the no-name brand at Superstore. Stock up when you do find a sale if it's things that you know you're going to use. Eat seasonal food that is local. Instead of getting the more expensive imported foods, it's better for the planet, the environment, and for your wallet. Go in with family or friends to buy in bulk. If they have a membership at Costco or some other place, a wholesale type where you can get larger quantities that you might not need, go in. You can all save money. Eat less meat. Meat is very expensive. Cook for yourself rather than getting ready-made meals or eating out. Better for you, better for your finances. And cut out junk food. Again, better for your health, and it helps save money. Fuel. Well, drive less. Reduce your speed. I think if you reduce your speed, say from 100 kilometers an hour on the highway to 90, it's a 6 to 10% fuel savings. Use public transit. Bike, run, or walk to work. Carpool with colleagues or with people who work in the area. Use regular fuel, not premium. Shop around for cheaper fuel. For example, if you have a Costco membership, it can pay for itself in your savings. I quite often find fuel, sometimes it can be 10 or 12 cents a liter cheaper at Costco. Phone bills. Call the phone company and ask if there's a loyalty discount. Ask if you can get a better plan. Tell them you're trying to save money and, things are tight and you want to save where you can. When we had a landline at one of our old houses, I called. It was $40 a month for the bill. I called and I said, is there any way I can get that lower? Otherwise, I'm going to have to cancel it. And they reduced it to $13 a month on the spot. No contract, nothing, just because I asked. Insurance. Well, is it accurate? If it's vehicle insurance, are you driving less than your coverage? If maybe your coverage is for 20,000 kilometers a year and you're only driving 5, make sure it's accurate. Can you raise your deductible? Shop around for better insurance. Don't speed or get tickets. That all plays against you. Be a good driver. If it's health insurance, take care of your health. Drink less, smoke less, exercise, brush your teeth, look after your eyes, do maintenance on yourself. Look at all of those things. Heating. Lower the heat at night. Throw an extra quilt, blanket, comforter on and reduce the heat. Lower the heat during the day. Wear more layers. Sweater, toque, thick socks, slippers. Have a little blanket or a throw that you put around yourself when you're working. You can still be nice and cozy. You don't need to heat the whole house just so you can walk around in your shorts. Turn the water heat down. This is part of heating too. Why do you have the tank heater heat the water so much that you then have to add cold water in the shower to the point to make it tolerable? Reduce that heating. It's safer. It'll avoid burns and it'll save money. Electricity. Turn off your phantom loads. If you have a power bar on or things like that, the TV thing, all kinds of things are always on to a certain amount, waiting for the remote signal or something like that. Turn those phantom loads off. Read by a window during the day. Switch to LED bulbs or more energy efficient bulbs. If you have different energy or costs, rates for different times a day, plan your usage accordingly. If it's cheaper at night, plug in your vehicle at night to charge. Do laundry at night if it's cheaper. Pick the cheaper times and try and utilize those rates in your favor. Memberships. Evaluate all the subscriptions and memberships that you have. Reduce the streaming services. We used to have Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime, all of those things. Pick one. I told everyone, pick one. We're going to cut it down to one. Do you have, things you're paying for in it that you don't need. Do you need all those channels? Can you just get the news if you've got, cable or something like that? Can you find it online? Cut the gym membership and do body weight workouts and walks. I've competed at some high levels with some really good athletes, and you don't need, depending on what you're doing, unless it's very specific, you don't need all the fancy equipment. A lot of people don't use all that equipment at the gym. They don't even know how it works. You can do very effective workouts with body weight and just with what you have and going for walks and runs. Borrow, reduce, reuse. Borrow from and share tools within your community or group. It'll help build that community group, that community spirit, and you'll all save money. If someone has, a table saw that you need or a tile cutter, borrow that. Share it amongst yourselves. Get help from your friends. Utilize the library rather than buying books. You can get videos from the library too, DVDs, music, download things like that. Get things secondhand, thrift shops. You got to shop around because sometimes those are just as expensive or more than new. Get a secondhand vehicle or a used vehicle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. So reduce your need first, then you don't need to buy as much. Reduce your wastage of food. Reuse what you have. I save pretty much everything because I know it seems as soon as I throw something out, that's when I need it. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. That's it for now. Hopefully these tips were helpful. Like it, share it, subscribe if you want to be tuned in to when new things get posted. Thanks very much.